What if I told you that the money controlling your life, the cash in your wallet, the numbers in your bank account, even the global economy is not controlled by governments, corporations, or even the people we elect? That the true architects of wealth are hidden in plain sight, operating behind layers of secrecy and influence. Today, we're uncovering the secret hands behind world money, a story of power, manipulation, and financial control that stretches across centuries and affects every single one of us. The story begins in the shadows of history. In 1913, the creation of the Federal Reserve in the United States wasn't just another policy, it was a seismic shift in global power. Architects like Paul Warburg and J.P. Morgan weren't ordinary bankers, they were visionaries of control, designing a system where money itself could be wielded as a tool to shape nations. But they were far from alone. Across Europe and Asia, secretive banking dynasties, industrial empires, and central bankers collaborated in a web of influence that spanned continents. Together, they created a system where a few hands hidden from public view could steer the global economy without firing a single shot. Visual, animated global network linking financial hubs like London, New York, Zurich, and Hong Kong. The twist: this influence didn't always appear as manipulation. Booms, recessions, wars, and treaties all became instruments in a larger game, invisible and astonishingly effective. Money has always been more than currency. It is influence, leverage, and sometimes a weapon. By the early 1900s, fiat currency, money not backed by gold but by trust, emerged as the ultimate instrument of power. Unlike physical assets, fiat could be created, controlled, or devalued at will. For those who understood the rules, it was an unparalleled opportunity. They could finance wars, bail out industries, or collapse economies, and no one outside their inner circles would fully understand how or why. With control over money, these secret hands orchestrated booms and bubbles. Credit expanded, speculation surged, and fortunes multiplied. Ordinary citizens, lured by the promise of wealth, unknowingly became pawns in a global strategy. Major historical events, the Great Depression, post-war recoveries, even the creation of the euro weren't mere accidents. They were consequences of a system designed to concentrate influence while appearing neutral. Every system has its breaking points. Excessive debt, over-leveraging, and speculative bubbles eventually cause collapse. The Great Depression was the first dramatic illustration of this hidden control. Decades later, the 2008 financial crisis repeated the same pattern. Who bore the cost? Ordinary people. Who benefited? Those positioned to profit from both the collapse and the subsequent recovery. The secret hands were never revealed. They operated in the shadows, as they always had. Fast forward to today, and the same forces are at work. Global debt exceeds $300 trillion. Central banks manipulate interest rates. Cryptocurrency and high-frequency trading are modern instruments in the same age-old game. Even countries themselves can be controlled indirectly through financial pressure, market manipulation, and strategic lending. The methods have evolved, but the principle remains. Whoever controls money controls power, and most of the world doesn't even see it happening. Money is power, and power is often invisible. Understanding the mechanics of finance is critical to navigating the world today. Crises are rarely accidents. History reveals a repeating pattern of booms, busts, and bailouts, orchestrated by those positioned to gain. Awareness is survival. Diversification, knowledge, and critical thinking are essential tools for anyone seeking to avoid being manipulated by invisible forces. The secret hands behind world money onto conspiracy theory, operating through centuries of accumulated influence, shaping events quietly but profoundly. Ignoring this reality doesn't make you safe. It ensures you are vulnerable. If you want to understand the hidden strategies, spot the patterns, and protect yourself in this silent war over wealth and power, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Knowledge is the first move in a game where every decision matters, and the stakes are higher than you might think.